Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook for the week. Gaurang Shah here from Geojit Financial Services, and as we got back to the trading terminals this morning, we had one of the biggest announcements in the history of corporate India as far as the banking and financial sector is concerned, and that is merger of HDFC Limited with HDFC Bank, with a ratio of 25 shares of HDFC Limited to 42 shares of HDFC Bank. Uh, and post that, this morning we've seen a huge uptick in the entire HDFC group related stocks, starting with HDFC Limited and HDFC Bank, followed by HDFC Life and HDFC MC. One of the positives that I see of this merger is that, of course, by default, both were very strong entities in their own sectors and leaders. With this merger, it will be one of the strongest entities in the financial services universe. And one of the positives would be, of course, the cost of funds coming down. Having said that, there are regulatory approvals that are required to be in place. And as mentioned by the management of both the institutions, possibly by second or third quarter this financial year, if everything goes well, you will see the merger going through. And if you recollect, in our earlier conversations, I've been highlighting banking and financial services as one of the sectors, along with IT, in the services universe that you should concentrate. And this announcement reinforces our commitment toward both HDFC Limited and HDFC Bank. As a disclosure, we have positive coverage on both. Remains to be seen how the merger goes through, and of course, we will definitely take a relook at our coverage. For the markets also, there has been a huge uptick this Monday morning. As I speak to you, just to familiarize you with some of the levels as far as Sensex, Nifty and Bank Nifty is concerned. So Sensex is at 60,620, up about 1,360 points. Nifty is up at 18,030. We have managed to get across the crucial levels of 60,000 and 18,000 both on Sensex and Nifty. So Nifty is up 365 points. And one of the stellar performance in terms of contribution to the entire index universe is the Nifty Bank, which is up 1,370 points at 38,500. On the other currency front, we are stronger on the rupee against the dollar at 75.75, and the energy basket has seen a downtick. Brent has come down to $104.50 per barrel, and NYMEX is sub $100 at $99.35 a barrel. This is a strong tailwind for India. Both crude oil coming down and the Indian rupee INR stronger against the dollar. Over the weekend, and since this is the beginning of the month of April, we had historical collections as far as GST is concerned. We have collected almost about 1.42 lakh crores in form of GST collection. So that's a huge positive for the government fiscal discipline and of course the balance sheet. And on the inflation front, because of the rising crude oil prices, you are likely to see some uptick on the inflation from a short to medium term. Not to forget, on 8th of April, I believe we have credit policy as well. So we'll have introspection, commentary, and inputs given by the MPC, Monetary Policy Committee, and we'll have a verbatim given by the Honorable RBI Governor. There are chances that in the second half of this financial year, post June 2022, there could be some amount of uptick as far as the interest rates are concerned. But more importantly, I think all depends upon where the inflation is and what is the elbow room for the MPC as well as the RBI to do the necessary adjustments. We possibly will see the earnings coming through for the fourth quarter last financial year. That will be a curtain raiser. I believe it will be from 11th, wherein TCS will kick off the earnings season for the fourth quarter last financial year. Expectation is that we should possibly be seeing some amount of steady ground, maybe a little bit of concern with the manufacturing side, with the higher crude oil prices, but our sense at Geojit is that impact of the rising crude oil prices will be felt in the first and second quarter this financial year, because it was only about 10 or 15 days that we saw uptick in crude oil in the month of March. So that will not have a huge significant impact. But yes, first and second quarter this financial year, you should see some amount of numbers coming through under pressure for the manufacturing side. So overall, we are in a very steady kind of an environment. News flow from the overseas front as far as geopolitical situation is concerned looks to be digested and discounted by the markets across the globe. We've seen recovery, and we did see recovery in our markets as well last week, and continues this week as well. Possibly the direction will come through in terms of triggers for our markets will definitely be from the fourth quarter earnings season. And as we've been discussing, our sense is that you should focus on services related sectors, be it banking, be it NBFCs, be it housing finance companies, be it life insurance companies, telecom service providers, something like Bharti Airtel and Reliance Industries because of Jio business. I think these are some of the sectors with large cap in mind that you should concentrate and focus on. And for all those, like I was discussing with all of you last week, a little bit of risk appetite should be there, and a confident buy call on autos, cement, metal, NBFCs, FMCG, and of course some of the auto ancillary names could definitely be on your radar for those who have a bit of risk appetite and are willing to take a confident call. Numbers for the auto sector as far as month-on-month sales are concerned were a mixed bag. Some reported better than expected numbers, and some reported below expectation, and that was rightly so given the backdrop of environment that we all are in. But overall, buy on dips is the strategy that I have been always mentioning in our interaction, and that should be the course of action that you should possibly take, and try to allocate more and more of your savings to the capital markets. We will have disturbances, we will have turmoil in terms of the news flow both locally and globally, but long term history tells us that opportunities should be found in terms of crisis, and that's what investing in stock market is all about. I don't see any kind of huge volatility. Of course, given the fact that we've recovered last week, we have recovered this morning as well. There could be days of profit booking and consolidation, which is always healthy for the market, and it does gives an opportunity of base building as well. Thank you very much for your patience hearing, and I'll see you again next week. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.